Hello, hello, hello. I love you guys. Today, I want to ask the question, do you really know how to love yourself? Or do we really know how to love ourselves? And I want to talk about this from a couple standpoints, individually and collectively. I mean, we all, we all think, or we all have a definition of what we think love is. But is that definition of love true? Is that definition of love true? And when we say we love ourselves, what does that really mean? The video is more powerful if you could allow yourself to be honest with yourself. I'm going to ask some questions, and if we're honest with ourselves, we will be able to get to the root of do we actually love ourselves or do we not actually love ourselves? A lot of us think that we add value to ourselves by the clothes that we buy, by the car that we drive, or by the house that we live in, or the popularity of the people that we hang around. And we think that loving ourselves is accumulating these things and having these friends. But in actuality, people are the most valuable thing on the earth. Man, you think that the car you drive add value to you, but to God, the only reason why that car mean anything is because you're in it. The only reason why those clothes mean anything is because you're in it. The only reason why that house matters is because you're in it. And we think that accumulating these things is how we show that we love ourselves and to show that we are somebody, and this is not the case. So do we actually know how to love ourselves? We all think we do. We think, hey, I'm going to start loving on me. I'm going to start taking trips. I'm going to start my own business. We think all of these things mean that we love ourselves, but do we actually love ourselves? What is value? You think that the house that you live in or the clothes you wear add value to you? What is value? What about it makes you more valuable? Because people are the most valuable thing on this earth. You don't really add value to yourself by buying more expensive clothes. You don't really add value to yourself by driving a nicer car, a more expensive car. You really don't add value to yourself by living in a bigger house. You know, we add value to ourselves by how we treat each other, by how we treat each other, because you become valuable in the lives of people instead of somebody that people feel like they can get, instead of people feeling like they could get credit for saying they know you or saying they cool with you. We really add value to ourselves by the way we treat each other, by the things we're willing to do for each other, by being able to lend a helping hand to someone in need, to be able to love and help people through the things that they have problems with. This will make you valuable in the lives of people. This will make you valuable instead of a name that people could state for credit. You know what I mean? And a lot of us think that we love ourselves. Look how could you love yourself and look how many women are out here paying someone to help them look different. How could that be love for yourself? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I know women that won't go to church or work without, if they can't find their wig, or can't leave the house without makeup on or eyelashes, and we think that we love ourselves, but we can't love ourselves, because when you love yourself, it don't matter if your hair is done or not done, or if you can find your wig or not, because you love yourself. You're willing to present yourself anywhere because you're willing to present yourself to yourself. And a lot of us don't even know how to love ourselves. We're still trying to figure out how to love ourselves. A lot of us feel like, hey, man, if I don't get these new J's, if I got the new J's come out and all of these things, then, everybody gonna know I'm doing this and doing that. That's not love for yourself. That's not love for yourself. That's the reason why people say people hate on me. People hating on me. People hating on me. People seeing you throw everything in their face that they can't have. Why wouldn't they dislike that? You know that you're not doing nothing to offer to help them. This is what love is. People would actually love you if they knew you were the one to go out of your way to do something for them. People will actually say, hey, this person means something to me for real. It's near and dear to my heart for real. And we don't have these experiences with people because we think that loving ourselves means that I'ma have more, and I'ma make it look good in front of you. I'ma show it off to you. And that's not love. That's not love. A lot of us feel like we love ourselves if we get somebody successful and have some type of money and have some type of some people be like, if somebody want to be with me, they're gonna have to pay some bills. They this or she gonna have to do that. We think that that means we love ourselves, but real love, true love said, I don't want that man to touch you unless he's willing to give his life to you, unless he's willing to dedicate everything he is to you. True love said that I don't want you to mess with her unless she's willing to submit to you as into the Lord. And we don't know how to have that type of love for ourselves, because if we told ourselves the truth, a lot of us don't even want that type of love. A lot of us, if we told the truth, we'll be like, God, nah, I'm okay with just them paying a couple bills and sliding through every now and then. If we told the truth, that we don't even value ourselves like that, to hold ourselves to that type of standard, to wait on someone to love us like that. We're so willing to give ourselves and sell ourselves short when we shouldn't be selling ourselves short, because true love got bigger expectations for us than we have for ourselves. You know what I mean? So just imagine a love like that he don't want a man to touch you unless he's willing to give his life to you. And imagine a love like that where he don't want her touching you unless she's willing to submit to you as unto the Lord. We don't even know how to think that big. We don't even know how to think that big. And to tell the truth, man, when we do tell the truth, look at how we dishonor God in a way we don't even desire these things. To tell the truth, like, you couldn't even be mad at God if God said, you know what, if you like that type of life and that type of living, then I need to protect him from you, or I need to protect her from you, because you are part of the problem. You are part of the enemy. And we think that these things that we say mean we love ourselves. We sell ourselves so short. We sell ourselves so short. We are the most important being on the face of the earth, man. And if we can't see value or think that we are more valuable than the next person because of what we have, then we are the ones lacking. We are the ones lacking. The Bible speak about two richest people in the world. One was Solomon. The other one was John the Baptist. One had an accumulation of things more than anybody that ever lived on the face of the earth. One of them was homeless and didn't even have a job or a way to make money to eat. And he was the most valuable in the eyes of God. In these days and time, we don't see value in the person willing to sacrifice everything so that they could be an honest, loving human being. So we put ourselves around all of these things and surround ourselves with all of these things and say that we love ourselves, but there is no real way to love ourselves until we start to love each other. That's the true way to love yourself, is by loving each other, by loving your stranger, by loving your neighbor, by getting to know them, by showing gratitude and by showing grace and mercy and forgiveness to the people around you. Then there's no way to physically love yourself, because the relationships around you are going to be constantly feeling. The relationships around you are going to constantly be breaking you down. The things about you that you can't accept about yourself, you're going to constantly hide them when you go to a certain place. Yeah, you say that you love yourself, but then when you get around a certain group of people, you don't want them to know that you operate like this. When you get around your partner, the person that you feel like you hide the things that you would tell your best friend from that person, and try to say that, hey, I'm the one who's worth it for you, and not being real and not being honest with ourselves, that we are not even true people. We are being deceivers. We are being slanderers of people, slandering people's name, and feel like we love ourselves. It's not the case. It's not the case, because the relationships coming back to you going to show the hate that you show towards them back to you. And I wish we really look and asked ourselves these questions and kept it real with ourselves as to, do we really love ourselves? Could you really accept yourself how you are, um, and walk out the door without your makeup, without your wig? Could you go and show up around those people without those shoes and without those clothes? Or would you be stuck in the house because you don't want nobody to know that you're down right now? See, we put on these things to make us feel like we're valuable, when to God, you are the value, whether you got the clothes on or whether you naked. To God, we hold the value as to how we treat each other, because we are made in the image of God. So when you disrespect somebody else, and when you treat other people like trash, and when you treat them like they beneath you because of the clothes, which mean nothing to God, because of the car, which mean nothing to God, because of the house, which mean nothing to God, and then sit here and say you love yourself, man, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Because if you was dirt broke tomorrow and left your house and got kicked out your house tomorrow, and somebody burnt up all your clothes tomorrow, you was just as valuable as you was when you had all of those things. But could you allow yourself to feel that way without all of those things? So could you actually say that you love yourself, man? These are real questions. They deserve answers, because a lot of us think that we love ourselves by the things that we do, and we're showing how much we hate ourselves in the process. In the process. Man, I love you guys, man, and I will talk to you later. And this right here is this is not just ministry, man. If you won't allow yourself to feel or know that, man, I'm broke and things around me, man, I don't know how to, I really don't know what to do myself. If you can't get to that point and say, man, all of this stuff around me don't mean nothing. If you can't get to a breaking point, then you can't get to the breakthrough, man. And I do lessons and stuff and messages from God, and I'm not trying to make this seem like a real ministry. I'm trying to really just talk to you guys, because I want the people to realize that, hey, man, we are messed up people, because through finding out you're broken comes breakthrough, man. And this is an invitation for you guys to join either one of my groups, Walking by the Word, I Testify, EYE Testify, because I'm going to be doing ministries, and I'm going to be doing lessons, and I'm going to be teaching how to love yourself, and I'm going to teach us how to look at ourselves as more than we look at ourselves, because we look at ourselves so little, because we think the littlest things that are man-made give us value. And I want to be able to help us see ourselves bigger and see ourselves in the true light of who we should be and who we really are, and help us to really have standards for ourselves the way that we should, to really be patient, because godly people are for godly people, and ungodly people for ungodly people. If you recognize people that are real messed up, they don't want to be around people that's not messed up. They don't even want to click or get hold or be in relationships with people that are not messed up, because they'll feel like I'm too much for them. I don't know, they can't handle me, because we know how messed up we are. We'd rather be with somebody that'll make it seem like, well, they messed up too, so I'm okay with being messed up. That's how messed up we are, and we think that we love ourselves. So I love you guys, and I hope that this message reach you, touch you, and I love you, and talk to you later.